I think I think a lot of times all this talk about cancel culture and what you can, this and that, and I don't know. I think there's a big level of self-importance that some comics put on it, and I don't, I bristle at being called like I've never wanted to be called an artist or some shit like that. Like I don't know, I'm weird about that. I think there's definitely, yeah, when it comes to the First Amendment, things like that. Yes, obviously there's an important role, and there's an important role for satirists and other things. I don't know. I just look at comedy as like this is the it's your job is just to go in front of X amount of people for X amount of time and entertain that group of people at that time. It's not necessarily, nothing makes me cringe harder than laughter, which is just it's not really laughing, it's just clapping because you agree politically with the
Like a
thing.
rally. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of shit. You're playing, all that kind of stuff. I just like go up and be funny and make people laugh. And there was only one George Carlin. There was only one Richard Pryor, right? There's at any one time there was only one Mark Twain. There's our generation in our time has only one Jon Stewart. We've only got, we've have a few who do that. And then we have, it seems like thousands who try and are middling at it and they just end up, I don't know, it's too much time sitting on these chat rooms and other bullshit that comics get into and hearing all the navel gazing. I really don't think of, you know, I don't think we're important. I'm not the there was during the pandemic they were not making us come into work. You know what I mean? The
That's a good
we
point.
yeah we provide a service, and it's not, you know it's not there's a reason that comedians are only about a half a rung above strippers, because really essentially the only difference between us and taking our tits out is that we thought ahead of some material ideally and are sharing that. But really what's your job is just to stand there and be a break in someone's day, be their entertainment, make them not think about the bullshit in the rest of the world. And if what it gets you out of your day-to-day rut and what gives you a break and a release is watching me on stage do what I do, that's fucking great. And if that's not your thing and it's going and seeing a pair of titties, that's great too. Whatever. But I don't think we really move the needle that much. And I think we take ourselves too seriously, and I think segments of our audience take themselves too seriously. And there is there's we did a fundraiser thing once, when I was working on that George Carlin Way campaign, and the whole title of it was Reverence for the Irreverent. We're supposed to be irreverent. We're not supposed to be out there petitioning Congress and changing the world and doing all this shit. It's like, we're telling dick jokes.